I feel that the assassination continues to be a giant question mark. The research and decide, what actually did happen. And then she'll just say what I tell her to say. So nobody needs to worry about this as far as that goes. We're just trying to do a play-by-play, understand what happened that day, okay? But we'll talk about that. So it's a beautiful day. We're making our way through Dallas. Droves of people just screaming, "Welcome, Mr. President," Texans. Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Kennedy, you can't say Texas doesn't love you.
They sure do.
Okay, and everybody, right, and all of you are kind of waving, okay? Service isn't waving because they have to. You can smile.
I'm trying to dive in.
Have you do that?
Diving action.
So, Lee Harvey Oswald, Commission report, Lee Harvey Oswald is already perched on the 6th floor right side window of the, ready to go outside that window. So was, if you can imagine that your limousine used to be over here, right? And facing this way, the motorcade comes up, facing forward, right? And Lee Harvey, for some reason, we don't know why, doesn't try to take the much more accurate, I would imagine, an easy shot of pointing right at the president as the president is approaching, but he limousine turns this way. And now what they really do is they leave Lee Harvey behind them, okay? So Lee Harvey is now, you've well past, the limousine has well passed. Suddenly, we hear a shot. Yeah, thank you. Right? It misses. The limousine does react. Yes, exactly.
I wonder what that muzzle flash in the window could be.
Nah, you're good, Mr. President. Don't worry about it.
Just a friendly Texan giving pot shots.
Well, the Secret Service are alerted as well, but they look around and they don't see anything. Pretty quick succession, so you don't really have that. The Secret Service, even if they wanted to react, they don't even know what they're reacting to because everyone in the vehicle seems fine. They're wondering what the shot was. Just a moment later. Yeah, that's good, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So what ends up happening? Ooh, I don't know if you want to do that. All right.
Really should be.
Yeah.
So is he hanging outside the window?
I don't know if he's hanging. I think he's actually able to point the gun in an angle outside the window. I don't think he's hanging out the window. So the thing is, forensically speaking, we have solid forensic evidence is accurate, and by today's forensic standards, converting things to the next bullet creates a world of damage to 2 individuals.
Ow.
And also through Governor Connolly. And damage all the things that it damaged on him. And people were, physically speaking, the bullet could have turned in midair, and like a whole bunch of crazy stories. But the fact of the matter is, it was one shot going in a straight line, doing all the damage it did to both of these men. So, what happens? Per part of his back, right here, okay?
I thought my back pain was bad.
Right? It exits right around where President Kennedy's tie knot is, okay? All right? It really messes up Governor Connolly as well, because this way a little bit. There you go. So what ends up happening to you, and I want you to move this leg inward, like under the desk. Perfect, okay? Now, this bullet, in a straight line, okay, comes out President Kennedy, front of President Kennedy's throat, goes through Governor Connolly's back. Now I want you to put this arm down on your leg, like, or I don't know, this arm you can put aside. Oh, okay, perfect. Imagine it's all aligned. Goes through his wrist, okay? Now move. That's where the bullet lodges. Now understand, it's one straight line. Pow, through the back, out the throat, through his back, out his chest, through his wrist, into his thigh, okay? So that's one bullet, and you have to imagine, because it really was that way, we've proven it, okay, through forensic studies and trajectories. That's the story himself, okay? As a shot through the throat is, I think with how fast they got to the hospital, I think they could have saved Kennedy for a while and, you know, was in pretty bad shape. So that's the second shot, okay? There's some of them are taking pictures because they already had a camera, okay? And many of them don't even realize they're taking pictures of a tragedy because it's like they're snapping shots and it's like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. Shot. Most of the onlookers hit the ground, okay? They hear shots, they know they're screaming, they know people are in danger, they hit the ground, they're, you know, they don't know. They don't know what's happening. So,
Jackie would have done that.
I thought it was kind of crazy when JFK got shot, you know, us as the Secret Service didn't really do a lot to stop it, and I really think our performance could have been better next time.
Elliot, you say, I'm sorry, you say,
Oh my god, my husband's brain.
yes,
He's
okay?
fine.
As the wife of JFK,
Yeah.
I was so shocked and scared. I couldn't handle it. I went right for his brains. I was trying to fix it. Get out.
And,
It's Jello.
Slow down a little.
and it's just a human instinct. It's not that you're silly or stupid or anything like that. And no, you don't try to actually put it back in his head, but you feel the need to gather what he has lost. So at that point, the Secret Service, our driver, hits the gas.
Okay, so I personally felt like I could have driven a little bit faster. Like, I am totally to blame for him getting, like, shot that third time. I apologize.
It was his fault. The Secret Service has talked about it, and he will be removed from office effective immediately.
And they peel out and they rush their way to the nearest hospital.
Personally, as the person in shotgun, I think I could have driven faster than that bitch ass.
Thanks.